that isn't meant for you. So, the message that I have for you today is this, and it came through very clearly. This is about a marriage, a union that the universe has already been preparing quietly for you. You are about to meet this person, and when you do, everything is going to shift completely. This is not just any connection. This is the one that changes the entire direction of your life. The energy around this reading feels so urgent, and it tells me that wealth is part of it. You deserve this kind of love, and the cards are confirming that it is already heading your way. Let us come in close today, because what Spirit is showing me right now is incredibly specific. A timeline is attached to this blessing, and the universe is not playing around with it at all. Your heart has been waiting for something real, and what is coming will exceed every expectation you had. The first card we have for you is the Empress, and she sits at the very center here. She does not show up for just anyone. This card comes through when true abundance is approaching. The Empress confirms that you are deeply magnetic right now, and the world around you feels it. Your energy is pulling something luxurious toward you, and it is wrapped in genuine, deep love. This is not surface level attraction. The Empress says that real wealth is walking toward you now. This person carries themselves with confidence and grace, and their stability was built over many years. You are not chasing anything. The Empress makes that very clear in this position right here today. Everything about this card tells me you are the one being pursued, and it feels deeply intentional. They already sense you in the spiritual realm, and the connection between you two is forming quietly. The next card coming through is the Ten of Pentacles, and this one stopped me in my tracks. This is the ultimate card for long-term wealth, family legacy, and building generational stability together. When it appears in a love reading, it points directly to marriage without hesitation or any doubt. The Ten of Pentacles confirms that this person comes from a strong, very well-established foundation. Their world is built with intention. Their finances are secure, and they want a real partner now. What stands out is that this person has no interest in anything casual, temporary, or shallow at all. They want a committed life with a devoted partner, and the cards say that partner is you. It also points to property, shared investments, and a future built on trust that truly lasts forever. You have been praying for exactly this kind of stability, and your prayer has finally been answered. The way this card landed tells me something important. The financial blessing here is truly significant. Then we have the Star, and this is one of the most beautiful confirmations in the entire deck. The Star tells me you have been through something painful, and you came out of it still standing. Everything you carried was preparing your heart, making you open enough for this caliber of love. It radiates hope, renewal, and deep healing, confirming that your season of waiting has truly ended. You are stepping into a chapter where everything aligns in your favor, starting with this meeting. You are not imagining this shift happening around you. It is real, and the universe fully supports it. Your faith kept you grounded through every storm, and the star honors that quiet strength inside you. Now that persistence is being rewarded, and the reward is far bigger than what you originally asked. The last card in this section is the Two of Cups, and in love readings, this confirms everything. It represents mutual attraction, emotional bonding, and two souls recognizing each other on a deep level. The Two of Cups says that when you meet this person, the connection will feel instant and undeniable. A moment will come where your eyes meet and something clicks between you on a soul level. This is not forced chemistry or wishful thinking. The attraction between you two is completely organic. Everything about this encounter feels divinely arranged, and the Two of Cups validates that truth entirely. You are walking into something that most people only dream about, and you deserve every single bit. The reason this message came through with such force today is that the universe needs your full attention. You have questioned whether real love is possible for you, and every card says yes, it absolutely is. This wealthy lover approaching your life is not a fantasy. They are very real and already coming. Now, let us talk about where you stand in all of this, because the cards reveal so much. You have been carrying a quiet exhaustion lately, and it has been sitting deep in your chest. A part of you stopped expecting miracles, and that heaviness became your normal way of living. You wake up going through the motions each morning, and your heart feels like it is on autopilot. The love you gave before was never matched, and that imbalance left a very deep mark on you. You started believing that maybe you were asking too much, and you quietly lowered your own standards. The first card pulled is the Six of Wands, and in your position, it reveals something incredible. You have already won battles that most people would have abandoned, and you kept showing up anyway. This card confirms that victory lives inside of you, and the universe recognizes your resilience completely. The Six of Wands does not appear for quitters. It appears for people who kept pushing through. You may not feel victorious right now, but the spiritual realm honors your strength without any question. Every time life knocked you down, you rose again, and that pattern defines who you truly are. That quiet fight inside of you, that refusal to give up, is exactly what prepared your energy. The recognition you have been craving is close, and it begins with you seeing your own worth first. You forgot how powerful you are, and this card landed here to remind you of that today. The next card we have is the Nine of Cups, and it always makes me pause with gratitude. Known as the wish fulfillment card, It landed in your reading for a very intentional reason today. Deep inside your heart, there is a wish you held on to, even when logic told you to stop. You never fully abandoned that dream, and the Nine of Cups confirms that was the right call. Your emotional intelligence kept that flame alive through seasons where nothing seemed to be moving forward. This card also reveals that you have been doing quiet inner work, even if nobody saw it. You have been healing in private, growing in ways that never show on the surface, but matter deeply. Your emotional depth has reached a new level, and you can finally hold the love approaching you now. It sits in a place of deep satisfaction, confirming that your soul is prepared for what arrives next. You stop chasing validation from the outside world, and that shift transformed your entire vibration, quietly. Following that, we see the Queen of Pentacles, and she mirrors exactly where you stand right now. You built your own stability, your own peace, and your own comfort without depending on another soul. The Queen of Pentacles shows me you are grounded, nurturing, and fiercely independent in every decision. You created safety for yourself when the world offered none, and that resilience is deeply attractive. Your home, your routines, and your quiet discipline all reflect the queen energy living inside you. This card confirms that abundance already flows through your hands, and you manage it with natural grace. You refuse to waste energy on things that drain you, and that boundary speaks volumes about your character. The Queen of Pentacles says you are already whole, and love does not arrive to complete you. It arrives because you earned it, because your vibration called it forward, and because you are ready. You spent years becoming the version of yourself that can receive this blessing, and it shows clearly. A quiet confidence is building inside of you, and the cards can feel it radiating outward powerfully. You may not see it clearly yet, but your aura has shifted, and people around you notice it. The way you carry yourself has changed even in small moments, and that transformation runs incredibly deep. You stopped apologizing for wanting more from life, and that single decision opened doors for you. The boundaries you set in silence told the universe very directly what you will not accept anymore. Your standards are not too high. They are finally where they should have been from the very beginning. Your heart is not broken at all. It is wide open, and that openness fuels everything ahead. Every tear you shed in private became a reservoir of strength, and that strength fills every room. You are not desperate for love, and the cards make that distinction very clear throughout this section. You are emotionally prepared, spiritually aligned, and fully ready for the abundance approaching your life now. The universe brought this reading to you on purpose. It found you because you finally believe again. Okay, now let us shift the energy and talk about this person because their side is very revealing. They are not who you might expect, and the cards paint a picture that goes much deeper. This person has been quietly searching for something real, and they are exhausted from shallow connections. They have experienced wealth in many forms, but the one thing missing from their life is genuine love. On the outside, they appear confident and self-assured, but internally, they carry a deep kind of loneliness. They have built an impressive life, filled with accomplishments, but none of it feels complete without a partner. The first card for their energy is the King of Pentacles, and this tells me everything about them. This is the card of financial mastery, material success, and a person who has built real, lasting wealth. The King of Pentacles represents a provider, a protector, and a person who takes responsibility very seriously. They did not inherit what they have. They earned every single piece of it through discipline. Their wealth is not flashy or performative. It is quiet, strategic, and built on years of consistent effort. This card shows me that they value loyalty above everything, and they do not give their trust easily. They have been burned before by people who wanted access to their resources, not access to their heart. That betrayal made them guarded, and they built emotional walls that very few people have ever gotten past. The King of Pentacles carries a weight that comes with success, and that weight is often misunderstood deeply. People assume their life is perfect because of what they own, but possessions never filled the void inside. They sit alone in beautiful spaces, wondering if real connection even exists for a person like them. The next card coming through for them is the Knight of Cups, and this shifts the energy completely. Beneath all that structure and discipline, this person is deeply romantic at their core and always has been. The Knight of Cups reveals that they dream about love constantly, even though they never show that side. They dream about finding the one person who sees past their status and into their actual soul. It reveals they have already begun feeling a pull towards something, even if they cannot name it. Their intuition is telling them that a major shift is approaching, and it makes them nervous and excited. The Knight of Cups also shows me that when they fall completely and without any reservation. They are not the type to play games or test your patience. Once committed, they give you everything. Their emotional world is rich and layered, but they protect it fiercely because vulnerability terrifies them. They have rehearsed conversations in their mind with a future partner, imagining what honesty would feel like. This person craves intimacy on a profound level, and most people around them would never suspect that. The last card here is the Four of Wands, and it confirms exactly what their heart truly wants. The Four of Wands is the card of marriage, celebration, and building a home with the right person. This person does not just want a relationship, they want the full commitment leading to a shared life. They have pictured the wedding, the home, and the quiet mornings together more times than anyone knows. Their desire for partnership is not casual. It comes from a place deep within their spirit and identity. The Four of Wands confirms that marriage is not just a thought, it is their deepest intention entirely. They are tired of temporary connections, and their soul is calling out for something permanent and sacred. What drives them is not loneliness alone. It is a belief that their best life includes a partner. They have watched others build families and felt a quiet ache, wondering when their own time would arrive. Their pride has kept them from expressing this openly, but the cards expose what lives beneath that armor. This person is not cold or emotionally unavailable. They are deeply warm, but terrified of being rejected. Every wall they built was constructed from past pain, and they are slowly starting to lower those defenses. Their heart is more open than it has been in years, and the timing of that is intentional. They do not know your name yet, but their spirit already recognizes your frequency across the distance. Something inside them has been restless lately, and they cannot explain why everything feels different now. The universe has been preparing their heart just as carefully, and that preparation is nearly complete today. So let us talk about what is actually about to happen next, because the movement here is undeniable. The cards are showing me very specific action, and none of it is vague or far off. This person is about to make a move, and when they do, you will feel the shift immediately. They're going to step into your world in a way that feels sudden, direct, and completely unexpected. The universe is accelerating this timeline, and the pace of what unfolds will catch you off guard. You will not have to chase or wonder because their approach will be bold, clear, and unmistakable. The first card in this section is the Eight of Wands, and this is pure, rapid forward motion. The Eight of Wands tells me that everything speeds up from this point, and delays are officially over. Messages, meetings, or an unexpected encounter will arrive faster than you are mentally prepared for today. This card moves like lightning, and when it shows up in a love reading, things accelerate without warning. Plans that felt stalled or stuck are about to break wide open, and momentum takes over from here. The Eight of Wands confirms that travel or a shift in environment plays a role in this meeting. One of you may be in a new location, a new setting, or passing through an unfamiliar space. The encounter will feel random on the surface, but the cards confirm it is orchestrated by spirit, carefully. Pay attention to invitations that come your way soon, because one of them leads directly to this person. A social gathering, a professional event, or a casual outing becomes the exact stage for this connection. The Eight of Wands does not allow for hesitation, and neither will the energy surrounding this next chapter. Speed is the defining theme of what comes next, and the universe is not interested in slow timelines. The next card here is the Ace of Cups, and this confirms the spark igniting at first contact. When you meet this person, the feeling will be immediate, and it will flood through both of you. The Ace of Cups represents the beginning of a powerful new love, starting with just one conversation. That first exchange of words will carry enormous weight, more than either of you expects in that moment. They will say something that catches you completely off guard, and it stays with you for days after. The Ace of Cups also confirms that this meeting triggers a chain of events, and they build fast. After the first encounter, they will find a reason to reach out again, and then again after that. Their follow-up will be intentional, consistent, and impossible to ignore or dismiss as casual interest only. You will notice they remember small details from your first conversation, and that attention is fully genuine. The connection deepens quickly because both of you recognize something rare, and neither wants to let it go. This card also reveals that the emotional chemistry is matched fully by real, practical effort from them. Following that, we see the Page of Pentacles, and this card speaks to a very specific next step. This person is going to present an opportunity, an invitation, or a tangible offer that shifts things. The Page of Pentacles tells me they approach with a plan, not just empty words or vague promises. They're going to propose something concrete, whether that is a date, a trip, or a meaningful gesture. Their actions will speak louder than anything they say, and you will feel the seriousness behind each move. Financial generosity is part of how they express affection, and the Page of Pentacles confirms that clearly. They will invest in you early, not to impress, but because that is how they naturally show devotion. Expect a gift, an experience, or an act of service that signals their intentions before any words could. This card also shows me that paperwork or a formal step enters the picture sooner than you expect. Whether that is a reservation, a lease, or a legal document, the practical foundation begins building fast. The pace of commitment from this person will surprise you, but it will never feel forced or rushed. Every action they take is calculated with care, and it moves you closer to the life promised here. The universe is not dragging this out, and the cards confirm visible progress begins within weeks from now. You will look back on this period and realize that everything shifted around the time of this reading. The action phase has already started in the spiritual realm, and the physical world catches up very soon. Okay, now we are going much deeper because this person is hiding things they will never say aloud. What lives beneath their composure is raw, unfiltered, and more intense than anyone around them realizes. They have confessions buried so deep that even they are afraid to sit with them too long. The things they want from you go far beyond, in every way, what a normal connection could provide. Their desire for you operates on a level that words fail to capture, and it haunts them. They lay awake at night, constructing a version of the future that includes only you beside them. The first card is the Moon, and in this position, it means hidden truths are flooding out now. The Moon exposes what lives in the shadows, and for this person, the shadows hold deep longing. They are terrified of how strongly they feel, because this emotion is unfamiliar territory for them entirely. The Moon confirms that they have been dreaming about you, literally, and those dreams feel prophetic. They wake up from those dreams disoriented because the connection felt so real it lingers into morning. Their subconscious has already accepted, without question, what their waking mind is still too proud to admit. The Moon also reveals that they carry guilt about past relationships, and that guilt shaped their silence. They believe they failed before, and the fear of repeating that failure keeps them locked behind caution. Underneath that caution lives a desperate craving to be fully seen, accepted, and held without judgment. They have never told a single soul, not once, how lonely their success truly made them feel. The wealth they built became a wall, and now they secretly wish the right person would climb it. The next card coming through is the Seven of Cups, and this unlocks their deepest hidden fantasies. This person has imagined your life together in vivid detail, down to the smallest quiet moments shared. They picture waking up beside you on a Sunday morning, with nowhere to go and nothing to prove. The Seven of Cups shows me they fantasize about cooking for you, traveling together, and growing old. These are not casual daydreams. They are visions that consume their thoughts late at night, constantly. They have imagined introducing you to their family and rehearsed how that conversation would unfold carefully. The Seven of Cups also reveals a fear that their desires are too intense for most to handle. They have been told before that they love too hard, and that criticism left a wound still healing. Their hidden confession is that they never stopped wanting everything, even after the world told them to settle. They refuse to accept a half love, and that stubbornness is both their greatest weakness and strength. Deep down, they know they are difficult to reach, and they admire anyone brave enough to try. The last card is Temperance, and in the confessional position, it reveals their most private spiritual truth. This person prays about love, and they have asked the universe to send exactly what they need. Their prayers are specific, emotional, and far more vulnerable than anything they would ever express out loud. Temperance confirms they believe in divine timing, even when their patience wears painfully thin on the inside. They have made private promises to themselves about how they will treat the right partner upon arrival. Those promises include loyalty without condition, generosity without scorekeeping, and full presence without any withdrawal. They confess silently that they are ready to surrender control if given real safety by the right person. Being emotionally exposed with another human being, for them, is both thrilling and terrifying in equal measure. Temperance also shows me they have been balancing two versions of themselves for a very long time. The public version is polished and composed, but the private version aches for tenderness and soft vulnerability. They want to be the one who is held for once, instead of always being the strong one. Their hidden truth is that strength exhausted them, and they crave a partnership where softness is permitted. They have never admitted they cry alone sometimes, and those tears carry years of suppressed, deep need. The confession they would never speak out loud is that they feel connected to you already, somehow. They cannot explain it logically, but something in their spirit keeps pointing toward a presence they sense. That presence is you, and the cards confirm that their intuition about this connection is completely accurate. Now, let us look at what the near future holds, because the cards are painting a clear picture. Within the coming weeks, you are going to experience a shift that touches every area of your life. The first card is the Wheel of Fortune, and it confirms that your cycle of waiting officially ends. The Wheel of Fortune says that fate is turning in your favor, and this turn cannot be reversed. A major encounter is approaching fast, and it carries the weight of everything confirmed in this reading. You will meet this person in a setting that feels natural, comfortable, and completely unforced from the start. The connection will develop quickly, and within a